Hello all, Dominic Trophy here again. Welcome to another video. I hope you're all okay today. I hope you had a nice weekend too. And I also hope you all keep yourself safe as well. So today's video is going to be something tech related. And I know it's been quite some time since I last made one of these. So I'm looking forward to making this one, and I hope you all enjoy the video. So today I'm going to be talking about the AtGames Mega Drive Flashback HD. Now, this is actually the 2018 model, so it is. There is a 2017 model that is somewhat similar to this, but it has sort of the look of the American Sega Genesis, so it does. Just in case if anyone's actually curious about that. So yeah. But that one also has the somewhat look of this as well, so that's a good thing. So, where to start? Obviously, you've got the look of the console. Now, I really love the look of this Mega Drive plug and play. It's bloody awesome, and I like that. I really, really do. It's nice in its own way, and I love that. So I do. So on the front of it, you've got a cartridge slot on here, so you do. And obviously, you can play actual Mega Drive games on this, which is awesome. It really, really is. You've got an on and off button, so you do, to turn the console on or off. And you've got a menu button to go back to the menu if you are in game. And you also have a sort of volume dial which don't work, it's just there for the look, so it is. On the front of it, you've got two ports, obviously for wired controls if you want to use that instead of the wireless controllers. On this side, you've got an SD card port slot, so you do. And one thing that's good with this is you can actually load games on it, ROMs and stuff, which I quite like. And that's something you don't get on the 2017 model, so it was nice that they actually included that, so it was. And on the back of it, you've got a HDMI port, and you've got a micro USB port to power the console. And overall, that is it. Like I said, I just like the style of this. It's just awesome in its own way. Something else you get are two controllers. You get two of them, so you do. This one is the player 1, and this one is the player 2. So sorry. So obviously, as you can see on here, you've got the D-pad, you've got the 6 buttons on there, and you've also got 3 buttons in the middle, which are rewind, menu, and start. So that's pretty cool. That. Obviously, if you want to use I'm getting my words mixed up. If you want to use the rewind feature, obviously it takes you back. I think it's 5 seconds or something. I think it is. I actually don't use that, so I don't. But it's still a handy feature if you want to use and stuff. And I know people might think, "Oh, that's cheating. That's cheating." But you know what I mean. If you want to call it cheating, that's good. But if you don't, you know what I mean. It's just how it is and stuff. But it's a pretty cool feature to have. You know what I mean. And on this, you just got the same buttons. You've got the D-pad, the 6 buttons, and you've got a start button. So you do. One thing I do like about the controllers is obviously they are wireless and they run off 2 AAA batteries. And one thing that's awesome is it's just a little flip cover. So it is, which is awesome. You don't need to. You don't need to screw anything, which is awesome. I like that. Because I know with the 2017 model, you had that, whereas this one, you just take the flap off, and that's it. You know what I mean? That's what I like about that design. It's really, really good. And obviously it does the same on here as well. Something I will also show is the box. So the box is very large. It's bloody big. It's the same size as the Atari Flashback that I got, and that's the size of it. I know, it's really, really huge, but I like the look of it, you know what I mean? Obviously you got, an image of the console, so you do, you've got an image of Sonic the Hedgehog, and, pardon me, sorry, and you've got 2 games showing, Mortal Kombat and Phantasy Star 4, and you've also got a couple of games listed that are included in the console, so that's awesome. And you've got a bunch of games shown on the back as well. Now, this console actually includes 85 games, so it does. but it includes about, I think, like 67 or something. And they include Mega Drive games, Game Gear, and Master System. The other ones are just like bonus homebrew games. Just in case if anyone's actually curious about that. Because I know the thing with these AtGames plug and plays is, especially the home console versions, for the Sega stuff, they just include like homebrew stuff, you know what I mean, that people are just not bothered about. But obviously includes actual proper Sega games in here, so that's good. Bit of a nuisance with the bonus stuff, but you know what I mean, there's not what we can do about that. So overall, I want to talk about my experience and how I'm enjoying playing this console. So obviously, I do remember when AtGames were making these Sega plug and plays long time ago. And at the time, I remember thinking they were pretty cool. So the way I thought, oh, these little Mega Drive consoles coming out that can play games and stuff. And I always kept hearing a lot of bad stuff about them. And I remember they came out of a little portable Mega Drive, which looked awesome. I wanted to get one, but I never did. But I always kept hearing a lot of bad stuff about them. And I thought maybe it's just, fake reviews, or people just hate AtGames because they just want to hate them. But once they got to the 2017 model of the Mega Drive Flashback HD, I actually wanted to get one. I thought it looked really, really cool because it had the look of the Mega Drive, which is awesome. And I heard it was still a good unit, so it was. And then they came out with the 2018 model, which is this one. And I thought, do you know what? I want to get one of these because they look cool, and I'm actually hearing good reviews about them. That's why you can't trust reviews all the time and stuff, because a lot of people just hate to hate, you know what I mean, which is unfortunate, but that's just how it goes with people. But I kept hearing good stuff about this, and people said, definitely check it out and all that sort of stuff. So I wanted to get one, and retailers stopped selling the 2017 version, so they did. And then they came out with the 2018 version, and weirdly enough, there wasn't any sort of fanfare, if you want to say that. AtGames just literally released it, and then that was it. And I didn't find out about it until, months later. I thought, oh, there's a new Mega Drive plug and play out. And I thought, oh, definitely, check it out and stuff. So I bought one back in April last year, and it's an awesome plug and play. It's really, really good. And it's just incredible for what AtGames did. It's just, great. The games that are built into the console play very, very well. The cartridge games run very, very well. And the emulation is great for what it is. I've actually had no problems with this. But I do understand that people don't like, AtGames and stuff. And I do agree that when you look at their Atari stuff, it's bloody awesome. You know what I mean? Obviously, you can't really go wrong with Atari, but their Atari products are amazing. They really, really are. Their Sega stuff has been it's been a bit of a hit or a miss, so it has. And I know their early stuff wasn't the best, but I think when they got to the Flashback HD, they made things better, so they did. And I do know that they did release like a standard definition plug and play, which looks like a little rectangular box, looks like a little hut, so it does. And I have heard the sound of that, and it is bloody awful. It really, really is. I remember I was in a store called Mankind that we have over in the UK, and they actually had one in the background. And I was sort of curious, because they have like little plug and plays, because I like to have a look at them. And I noticed they had Sonic the Hedgehog on the screen. And, usually it does the whole like the intro screen. Instead of doing that, it was like and it was awful. I was like, bloody hell. I thought, that's really, really bad. I'm like, no, I'm not going to get it, you know what I mean? But I'm glad that they fixed that with the HD version. And one thing I definitely want to say here, and I definitely agree with this, is I do agree that AtGames made a great product, but it came out too late. And what I mean by that is, AtGames, some of their Sega stuff hasn't really been the best. It just hasn't. And obviously, around that time when Sega announced they were making the Mega Drive Mini, it turned out that AtGames had announced that they were the ones making it, so they were. And obviously many people didn't like that, so they didn't. So because of that, Sega ended up ending their partnership with AtGames, and they made it themselves. And that's where we got the Mega Drive Mini. So we did. And once that happened, they brought this out. So they did. They brought this out, and it felt like AtGames had done the right things, but they'd come out of it too late, if you know what I mean. Because once this came out, most people didn't really care, so they didn't. Which is a real shame, because like I said, this is a great plug and play. It's awesome. It's just great for what they did, but it's their own fault that it came out too late. Like I said, if this came out a couple of years ago, this could have done really, really well. But because people didn't care and, you know, people just hated AtGames, it came out too late and they made a fantastic, you know, product. Like I said, this could have done well. It could have done well. But for most people, it's forgotten. But a lot of people have started to realise that this is a great Mega Drive plug and play. And it is fantastic. It really, really is. So, yeah. I just want to say thanks for watching the video. I hope you all enjoyed it and stuff. I hope you found it interesting. I will be back on Thursday. So I will be. The reason why is I'm going to be making a bit of a special anniversary video, because it's actually New Who's, you know, 15th anniversary. This Thursday coming will be 15 years since Doctor Who made its proper comeback. Yeah, 15 years. That's insane. It came back on the 26th of March, 2005. So I hope you look forward to that. I will also be back on Friday, and I will also be back on Saturday as well. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you all on Thursday. See you all later on. Bye.